This was the result after this drone was flown into the side of a building. Okay, flip the drone upside down and take out 7 small screws. I'm pointing them out here. They're the smaller holes. And there's one in the front. And despite the magnetic tip on this iFixit screwdriver, they still get stuck in there, so be careful. So we can tap it and turn it upside down. This one in the front's a little bit longer. Must have a further reach that it's needed.
I call these the arm holding screws. There are 4 of them, one for each arm. So get those next. These are longer screws, bigger screws than the others. On the arm that's bad, we can pull off the blades. So we want to flip it over and lift the top off. These little windows will stay in there then. If you do it the other way, they may fall out. So now we can get at the arm, a troublesome arm, so pull it up. And now there are 7 screws in here. So proceed to remove those. And then of course there's one more here.
And this thing is put together super securely. 7 screws to hold those 2 halves together, and clasps in addition to that. And there's our motor. It's not direct drive. As you can see, there's another gear there that transfers power to the rotor shaft. And the problem becomes obvious here. The motor shaft is bent. Get this up closer, you can see there's no way this can work. So now we're going to disconnect the motor, follow the wire back, unplug it. And securing the connector is a piece of silicone or hot melt glue, so you have to take that off of there. Not sure why they feel the need for that. I guess they think the vibration is going to cause that connector to come loose. And just get underneath there and pull it off. Yeah, that's really bent up. I tried to straighten it out, but to no avail. We have to get a new motor.
Okay, so our replacement part is here, $12.99.
And as you will soon see, there's a problem here. Black and white on the replacement, red and blue on the original. It matters. The red and blue wired motor turns counterclockwise. The black and white turns clockwise. So I should have ordered the red and blue.
Turning freely now.
Okay, we're going to quickly reassemble this, and then I'm going to show you what happens when a clockwise motor is in a counterclockwise position on the drone. I'm not going to worry about the silicone or glue.
So now route the wire. I'm going to get it on both sides of this large hole here.
Getting the wire to stay put within these grooves here is a bit of a challenge. It didn't happen the first time.
Tuck the wire in all the way around, it'll snap together. And
it slipped out. Let's put this one in first to make sure that we get these wires continue to stay in there. And then it's just the 7 screws. We'll speed this up. And we're in the unfolded position here, so we're going to put the arm in that same way. You got to bear in mind as you put this cover in that there's a lot of little alignment points that you have to get lined up. And also be careful that the wires don't get pinched. Make sure they're tucked in. Okay, now there's 6 smaller screws in the smaller holes. Another one in the front that's just a little bit longer. Okay, then these 4 bigger screws, the ones that go in the arms. Tighten them all up. Now on the arm that sustained the damage in the rotor, a little rubber piece came out that's like a foot where it rests on when it starts. I'm going to replace that. I'm going to put some silicone on there. If you watch this at the very end of this failed flight, you'll see that a replacement motor was turning clockwise. So it's back onto the workbench, and we have 2 options: either order a replacement motor or swap the 2 wires around on this one to get it to turn the other way. We're going to swap them. So I've got all my soldering equipment out here, and we'll cut the wires and resolder them to make the motor go counterclockwise. 26 gauge wires. Okay, we covered that solder connector with shrink tubing. Also put a little silicone on these connectors this time. Now we'll reassemble and try it. Ah, these things are fun to fly. All right, we're airborne again. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.